Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Brandon Smooth TV. Back at you with another review. We got episode 3 of the best Star Wars Disney Plus show, in my opinion, that we've had, even though the season is only halfway through. You know what I'm talking about. Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we get to see our boy, my favorite villain of all time, Darth Vader, in action. And I might have said Michael Myers was my favorite villain, but you got to understand, it's villains, it's slashers, it's kill, it's levels to this. So we pick up at the end, of course, episode 2 with episode 3. We get introduced to Lord Vader. The beginning of the episode kind of starts off with them showing what Darth Vader has to go through, showing his melted, deformed, burnt skin, showing that he has to get his arms attached to him every day, his legs attached to him, all these weird apparatuses and stuff that's attached to him is weird, man. You can definitely tell that Darth Vader's in constant pain, and we wonder why he's probably pissed off all the time. Secondly, one of the best live action shots I've ever seen, we get to see Vader's castle on Mustafar. That's dope, y'all. Vader decided to put his castle there, in the comic series, because Palpatine asked him what planet he wanted, and he said he wanted Mustafar as one of the planets. That way he can build his castle there and kind of bathe in the dark side energy that's on the planet, because we got to remember this is where he faced Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we know that, like, Vader, that's considered his biggest failure. I mean, if he has to put all this stuff on every day and attach limbs to his body and have a breathing apparatus to survive, you would think that, he knows that's his biggest failure. So he always is constantly thinking about that and has that on his mind. But he does use the planet Mustafar to bathe in the dark side energy. Now, we pick up with Reva. She reports back to Vader about the Grand Inquisitor. She's reporting back to him about what's going on and where they think Kenobi's headed. Vader in true form, and we're back with James Earl Jones' voice. Please, James Earl Jones is the best Darth Vader voice out of all of them. I know they did use his voice in a combination of like some new technology they got. Just have him read every word in the dictionary and save him forever. I wish they can do that. But Vader in true Vader fashion told her he don't give a goddamn about the Inquisitor. All he care about is Kenobi. And then I like that he broke it down and he basically acknowledged to the third sister that he knows she has ambitions and an agenda. So he's told her straight up, bring me Kenobi, you can head the campaign, but if you succeed, I will make you the new Grand Inquisitor. And if you fail, you already know how Vader do. You're going to be holding your neck. Okay, gasping for air. So we pick up with Kenobi, of course, and Princess Leia, and his job is to get her back to Alderaan. They're on this desert planet. Not Tatooine, it is a little different. I do like they had different creatures and very unique looking things, but basically they're on the run. We remember the last Jedi, that was the fake Jedi, in the last episode, gave them coordinates for somebody that can get them a pilot, get on the Alderaan after they left the trade ship and landed on whatever planet they was on. So they end up going to the location. It's just the desert. Nobody's there. Long story short, Leia ends up getting hitchhiking a ride, and then they end up getting on with stormtroopers, which I thought was pretty funny, because the stormtroopers was looking for a Jedi, and they couldn't recognize an old dude in some robes that kind of looking Jedi-ish. Wasn't a Jedi, but hey, they stormtroopers. What can we say? So long story short, the probes that Reva sent out when she was instructed by Vader to look for Obi-Wan, see him so they kind of know where he's at, and they end up finding the person that the Jedi sent them to help. There was an undercover person. She ended up saving them, and they kind of end up going into this whole underground railroad type system that they've been having, and sneaking out Jedi and force sensitive children to get them away from the Empire. So before we get to the end of the episode and kind of tying everything up, we do see a battle between the second brother and the third sister. She comes in and lays the law down and says, look, Vader told me to lead this campaign, but at first he force choked the shit out of her and had her wide open on the table. So I do see second brother's ability with the Force. I'm glad they showed that. And I think all of the Inquisitors, the top ones, they have levels in the Force that they're the best at. It looks like he's pretty good will manipulate the Force as far as the telekinesis side. Reva is more on the mind reading side, and I got to see what the other sister do. But yeah, basically he told her, look, the Grand Inquisitor seat's mine because I was next in line. But she knows that if she completes this mission and they get Kenobi, Vader will give it to her. So we get to the desert planet. Y'all, I gotta calm down for this one. Oh man. We get to the motherfucking desert planet. Vader gets off the ship, shows up. You could tell he feels Obi-Wan's presence, so he's told that Obi-Wan's there. This fool dragged somebody out of their house and lynched them with the Force. Kids try to run, push them up against the wall, snaps their neck. Just walking down the street. He's literally dragging another lady with the Force, and he's just going through the neighborhood annihilating people, y'all. He's dragging a lady just to kind of antagonize Obi-Wan, because Jedis, it's innate. They follow the Jedi code to help people. They made that clear. And Vader is just wrecking shop. We got to see it in Rogue One, but this is Darth Vader. This is what makes him a villain. He don't give a goddamn about nothing but his task, what he wants to do, and right now is finding Kenobi. So Leia and Kenobi are watching him from a house down the street, just annihilate and just torment people. And of course, Kenobi he tells the lady that helped him, look, get her out of here. I'm gonna hold him off. You know what I'm saying? So they take off to the pilot, and then Kenobi, he runs out in the desert, and next we see a red lightsaber light up. Motherfucking Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Darth Vader is sitting there. And Kenobi, he sees him the first time he sees him. And then he looks. And he took off running. He was like, I'm out of here. I'm about to try to avoid this. And Leia's got to start moving. So Vader's stalking him through the night. And then he's turning his lightsaber on and turning it off and just like sneaking up on him in weird ways. Like, it was one panel, Kenobi finally pulled out his lightsaber so he can not only see, but, prepare for attack. And Vader came out of nowhere off the side on some Michael Myers. Bow! And they battling. And this whole time they having a lightsaber battle, y'all. Vader's using one hand. I've heard some online criticism about the lightsaber battle, but Vader's only using one hand. He's not really trying. Kenobi, he ain't held a lightsaber since he battled Vader / Anakin on Mustafar. It's been 10 years, he's rusty. He's barely holding off attacks. Finally, Vader gets tired of the bullshit, Force pushes his ass, and then Vader, this dude, he opened up some type of oil rigs and spilled some oil out on the ground, ignites it with this lightsaber, holds Kenobi with the Force and say, you will suffer just like I suffered, and puts him in the fire and burns him alive. And just starts burning him. He's roasting him like a marshmallow, y'all. Burning him. So, finally, Vader could have killed him right there if he really wanted to. Finally, he Force pushes him out of the flames. Tells the stormtroopers, go pick him up. Luckily, Leia told the girl to go back and save him, and she can make it the rest of her way on her own to go find the pilot to take her to Alderaan. And she comes back and saves Obi-Wan with the goddamn robot we seen early in the episode. It's a robot early in the episode. Shout outs to him. Just like Marelli pointed out, CC, he had the goddamn hammer ready to clock them stormtroopers that knocked on the door that was looking for him. So Vader, in true Vader fashion, just sits there and looks. He's solemn. He knows Obi-Wan is out there. He knows he may escape now, but he's coming back for that ass. So the episode ends with, of course, Leia running to go to the pilot, but instead of meeting the pilot, she runs into Reva. And Reva's, is she about to take Princess Leia? If she does, Vader should know that's her goddamn daughter. His daughter. He should feel something in the Force. So, I don't know how the Force works. Maybe you have to have knowledge of it before you can build that connection. But I don't know. Anyways, look. This is why I like Star Wars. People like the X-Wings and, I like the worlds and the layouts and the grand scale of things. I like the commerce system and the politics. People like stuff like that. I like it too. But this is why I come to watch Star Wars. I like the Jedi versus the Sith and the dark side shit. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you everyone who watched. The last video got over 100 views. You guys are the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to be back at you with some more dark side shit later. Peace.